Jai Hind, my dear children. I think you're all safe at home and you're all eagerly waiting to study your lessons, isn't it? Yes. In this new academic year 2020, we can study new lesson in physics, motion. You already studied about Earth, stars and many other things in physics. In this year, you are going to study a new topic and it is about motion. Whether the things move or whether the things are at rest, and motion and rest are relative. In this chapter, you are going to study about that. So, I am welcoming you all to this lesson. Let us have an introduction.
What is motion? Motion means movement. Motion means movement. What is present around us? Air. Air is present around us. Is it moving? Yes, it is always continuously moving. So we can say that air is in the state of motion. Take the example of a clock. The hands of a clock is moving continuously. It is also in the state of motion. Isn't it? It is also moving, so it is in the state of motion. People are moving around. You will go around. You will go to school and come back home. Everywhere, everybody is moving continuously. Isn't it? Take another example. We are living on the planet Earth, isn't it? Is it stationary? No, it is moving around its own axis and also moving around the sun. What are these things doing? They are all showing movement and they are all undergoing the phenomenon of motion. Let us study about what is motion and what is rest. Look at the figure. Road is there. You can see the road. Poles are present in the figure. Poles have light. Isn't it? Buildings are there. You can clearly see, no? Buildings are there. Isn't it? All these things are present in the picture. And road is not, is it moving? No, it is not moving. So we can explain, before explaining, no, we have to explain one point known as a reference point. A reference point. What is reference point? It is fixed. A reference point means fixed or stationary. That means it is not in motion. It is not in motion. It is stationary or fixed, or reference point is always fixed. Now come to the figure. Poles are present. Poles is taken as a reference point. It do not changes its position. Now take building. Building is also a reference point or a stationary point. That means if anybody asks where is your house, you can say that my house is nearby a park. Here the park is called as the reference point. Okay. So it is not changing its position. So for studying motion, we need a fixed point, a reference point or a stationary object. With respect to it, we can say whether the object is moving or not. Whether the object is in motion or not in motion. Again come to the figure. We can see building, roads, poles, etc. No? All are stationary. They are all not moving. Isn't it? That means the objects do not change its position. Then we say that those objects are at rest. That objects are at rest. Okay. Rest means will not change. Take the example of the car. It is also at rest. I am going to take the car inside a box in the first figure. It is inside the box. Car is inside the box and it is not at all moving. I am taking this pole as a reference point. with respect to that pole, the car is not at all moving. It is not in motion, isn't it? So, with respect to a stationary object, the car is not changing its position with respect to the surrounding. So, we can say that the car is at rest. The car is at rest with respect to the stationary object. Buildings, with respect to the buildings, the car is at rest. It can be there for 1 hour, 2 hour or 3 hour or more. So, with the help of the reference point, the car is at rest. We know that the car will move, isn't it? The car will move. It is a moving object. So, I am taking the car to another position B. And if the car is moving from one point to other with respect to the pole, it is at rest. If I am taking to the car to another point B, then we can say that it is in motion. That means the car is changing its position with respect to the reference point. So that we can say that it is in motion. If the object changes its position with respect to the reference point or stationary point, we can say that it is in motion. If it is not moving, it is in the state of rest. Next, aeroplane taking off. Look at the figure. Aeroplane is moving, isn't it? Aeroplane is moving. We can easily see it is moving, so that it is in motion. You can see clearly that gases are releasing from the aeroplane, so that we can easily identify that aeroplane is moving. You all have seen runway, no? I am drawing a runway here. Before taking off, the aeroplane may be at rest. Not maybe, it must be at rest, isn't it? So that it is not changing its position with respect to its surrounding. So we can say that the object is at rest. When the pilot enters inside, the aeroplane moves, and when it increases its speed and it takes off, at that time the aeroplane starts from rest and it acquires motion, isn't it? If anything is changing, it is very simple only. If anything is changing its position with respect to the stationary point or reference point or stationary object, it is said to be in motion. If it is not changing, we will say that it is in the state of rest. Okay, my dear children, understood? Any doubt? Aeroplane changing its position so that it is in motion. If it is not changing, it will be in the state of rest. Then how will you define rest and motion? Rest, when a body doesn't change its position with respect to its surrounding or reference point, then we call it as at rest. Where motion, when a body changes its position with respect to its surrounding or reference point, then we say that it is in motion. For defining an object in motion, we need a reference point. You need to be the object to be in motion or rest with respect to the surrounding, or there can be a stationary object. All these things are very important. We can see that the object nearby are in motion or not. Then comes the characteristics of moving object. The first characteristics is the object changes its position with time. With respect to the time, the object should move, isn't it? Here the car is moving. I am going to draw a pole, pole A, and pole B. Here in this figure, the car is moving from pole A to pole B in an orderly manner. It is moving forward, isn't it? That means with respect to the pole A, at first it is changing its position with respect to time and surrounding. So that we can say that The object is in motion. The object changes its position. Some motion is there. Some that fast that we can see it happening. On the other hand, some motion is so slow that it can't be seen clearly. Pendulum cannot. Sometimes it may be moving very, very slow. It is not at all visible to us. Some will move faster that it can be seen clearly. We can take the example of a pendulum and clock. The hands of the clock moving. Like pendulum of clock, another example is wristwatch. Wristwatch has 3 hands. Minute hand, second hand and hour hand. Isn't it? Clearly seen, you can see 3 hands. Name once more. Minute hand, hour hand, second hand and hour hand. Isn't it? They all are moving. The minute hand, we can see the minute hands moving easily, but second hand be seen clearly. Hour hand will move slowly. With respect to that clock, we have to move, look it carefully, then only we can see the motion of the hour hand. Isn't it, my dear children? Yes. Some objects will move faster, it can be seen clearly. Some objects will be very difficult to identify whether it is moving or not. Okay, understood? So, this motion and rest are relative. For motion, rest is there. Similarly, minute, seconds and hour hand. Out of them, second hand moves fast, that its motion can be seen, but in order to see the motion in hour hand and minute hand, we have to keep the track, as the motion in them is comparatively very slow. Next video will explain motion and rest are relative.
Rest and motion. A body is said to be at rest if it does not change its position with respect to its surroundings. If a body changes its position with respect to its surroundings, then the body is said to be in motion. For example, suppose a book is lying on a table. The book is at rest with respect to the surroundings. But the earth is revolving round the sun, therefore anything lying on the surface of the earth is also in motion. We can thus conclude that the book is in motion with respect to the sun. Let us suppose a person is travelling in a train and he passes by another person standing alongside the track. The person standing along the track will see the person and everyone else in the train as being in motion. But all the persons sitting in the train will be stationary with respect to each other. So, from the above examples, we can understand that an object may be in motion with respect to another object, but may be stationary with respect to a third object. According to A, C is in motion, but in relation to B, C is stationary.